It's time for the Splash Live from Civic Center TV, featuring stories from and about people like you in the greater West Bloomfield area. Simulcast on cable, 89.3 Lakes FM, social media, and the web. Now live from Green Media Center on Walnut Lake Road, it's the Splash Live.
Live, local, social, it's the Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm your host, Kevin McIntosh, with our first top story of the day. On March 25th, 1955, a charter was approved by Governor G. Mennen Williams, which established a city governed by a 5-member city council and removed it from the jurisdiction of West Bloomfield. We now know and love that city as Keego Harbor. And with us right here, live on the Splash, broadcasting from the heart of the lakes itself, is Civic Center TV's very own Jake Schaff.
Hey, Kevin, good morning. Yes, I'm here live outside of Keego Harbor City Hall, where it is absolutely the 70th anniversary of Keego Harbor, and it is putting a smile on everybody's face right now. And in the coming weeks and months, there will be plenty of community celebrations, but the recognition of this moment began in local history. This recognition in local history began at the recent city council meeting where Representative Noah Arbit provided a recognition from the state of Michigan of this incredible milestone for the heart of the lakes. Here's the moment.
I am here to present to you all, to the great people of Keego Harbor. Hello, Taybacks. The great city of Keego Harbor, a proclamation from the state of Michigan in honor of Keego Harbor's 70th anniversary, which is Tuesday. When I was elected, and even before I was elected, the city of Keego embraced me and welcomed me with the warmest of embraces, and it has been a joy, an honor, and a privilege to represent all of you and to be your voice in Lansing, making sure that this little city is not forgotten by our state government, and that's going to be my North Star. It will always be my North Star, is making sure that the city of Keego Harbor is well represented, gets its fair share of dollars. I know we are working, and I have some news for you on the marine safety stuff, and appreciate all of the work and the partnership just through the past 2 years that I've been in office, and hopefully will continue throughout my tenure. So thank you for the work that you do, City Council, and thank you, residents, my constituents, for making this wonderful city the great place that it is. So I'm honored to represent you. So
thank you.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate all your work.
Oh, an incredible milestone indeed. And over the years, our team at Civic Center TV has joined the celebration with the people of Keego through some of their most beloved traditions. Let's take a look back at some of the moments that we've captured over the years that have made the most of these recent decades as special as all 70 years have been for Keego Harbor.
A city that is alive year-round. What may be Keego's favorite pastime is joining together, a tradition that for years manifested at their skate and activity nights, providing an outlet for kids and families to meet, enjoy a beautiful night out together, and have fun.
Our effort was to bring officers closer to the kids in the community and teach safety and responsibility about skating and wearing pads, and just a positive interaction with the police, law enforcement, and the children in the community.
Today, Skate Night has morphed from one night a year into a monthly event, now known as the Keego Harbor Block Parties. A reminder each month that Keego may change over the years, but their neighborly care never wavers.
You know, when you live in a lake community, it's like that's your whole family. The lake community is so different from any other neighborhood, and that's what makes Keego Harbor so great. We have Cass Lake and we have Sylvan Lake all in Keego Harbor. We have the greatest group of people. This is a great way for the community to get together.
Keego Harbor also takes pride in its milestones, from its annual Memorial Day parades to its restaurant week, celebrating the people and businesses that make their city vibrant every day. But what truly makes Keego Harbor special is its tradition of neighbors caring for each other. Whether through the Jacket Club, which has been providing necessities to families in Keego for generations, or even their recent Parks and Recreation beautification outings.
I think it's really important for the community to come together and help improve the parks. Keego is a really small city, and so we do rely on volunteers a lot, so it really means a lot for everybody to come together and volunteer to help get our parks better looking. My family grew up on the street actually, and we visited this park all the time, so I think it's kind of fun that we get to help be part of improving it, a park and resource that we've been using for years, so that's pretty cool.
Keego's greatest pride, the tender, loving care for its close-knit community, a tradition that will live on for many years to come.
So many wonderful moments captured right there that show why Keego Harbor is so special. Congratulations on 70 years, and here's to 70 more, Kevin. Can't wait on what's to come.
Yes, it's great. It's exciting to see the Keego Harbor celebrating 70 years being established and being such a great, tight-knit community as well. So thank you for being out there and giving us that information again, Jake.
Absolutely.
West Bloomfield High School is celebrating Farquad Al-Fatlawi as the Support Person of the Year. Farquad serves as a crucial liaison between teachers, students, and families, ensuring a supportive and inclusive learning environment. Her ability to adapt classroom instruction provides English learners with the individualized support they need in order to succeed. But her impact goes far beyond the classroom. She works tirelessly to bridge the language and cultural gaps, making sure families have the resources they need to support their children's education. Her dedication to equity and inclusion is shaping brighter futures for students across the West Bloomfield School District. So congratulations to Farquad. Her passion and commitment is truly making a difference in our community. West Bloomfield High School teacher Jennifer Cepetis is making a major impact in student mental health with her positive psychology class. Recognized by the Michigan Education Association, Cepetis designed the 20-week course to help students manage stress, anxiety, and personal challenges using mindfulness, breathing techniques, goal setting, and just journaling in general. So she was inspired to create the class after seeing the growing need for mental health support, especially after the pandemic. Students who have taken the course say they will use the strategies to stay calm, focused, and motivated even after graduation. So Cepetis continues her mission, nursing or pursuing a PhD in education leadership to expand mental health resources in her school. Her work is changing lives one student at a time. And we recently spoke with Jennifer Cepetis and to talk about those classes. You can watch that entirely on our website as well, civiccentertv.com. Click on the On Demand tab and just search Cepetis, Sepetys. Congratulations again. We have that QR code on our screen right now. If you're watching on Civic Center TV, get your smartphone camera, scan that code. It'll send you a link directly to our website and more. There's more alternatives when it comes to getting in shape and staying physically active right here in Greater West Bloomfield. There's a new establishment called Body 20 West Bloomfield, and it's offering a whole body electro-muscle stimulation. Do you even know what that means? It essentially can deliver results equivalent to hours in the gym in just a 20-minute session. As a matter of fact, we recently had an opportunity to speak with the franchise owner of Body 20 West Bloomfield, Krupa Patel, to tell us a little bit more about how this works. The franchise owner for the Body 20 West Bloomfield, we have Krupa Patel. Thank you for being here, Krupa.
Hi, thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here. I'm very intrigued by this technology, this process, and just the overall business in general. So can you just talk to us about what inspired you to open Body 20 as a franchise right here in West Bloomfield?
Yes, absolutely. Health and fitness has just been such a big part of my life from such a young age. I think I joined my first gym at 16, and essentially it was this drive to optimize my health. And I always was looking for the research, the data, And so as I went into my 20s, my 30s, and 40s, that followed, it evolved. And one of the things I noted is that my family and friends would always come to me with questions, and I was happy to do that research for them. And fast forward, I'm doing my 9 to 5, and our son in 2020 got diagnosed with brain cancer. And during that time, our life completely evolved and changed. And so one of the exercises that we're constantly doing to stay present is, what is our full fulfillment? What is our passion? What is going to make us happy? And that essentially came back to, I love health and fitness. I love just optimizing my own health. And that was something that I was like, okay, I have to find a way to bring it to the community. I did some research on EMS training and Body 20, and it was an absolute no-brainer that this is what our community needs.
All right. I love that. I'm a fan of fitness and health, and I consider myself a conscious eater and things. But I think stuff like that is becoming more prevalent, more to the forefront in our community socially, of being more conscious of your health, of fitness and stuff in that area. So I applaud you for providing another resource, another place that we can look forward to reach our health goals right here in West Bloomfield. Now, with that being said, let's get into the technology part of this. This EMS technology, the electromuscular, I don't even want to necessarily disrespect it, but can you just explain how this EMS technologies differ from traditional workouts?
Yes, absolutely. So the electrical muscle stimulation, it's a suit. So it targets all of your main muscle groups. And people are probably not aware, but in PT, you do E-stim. So there's also the little massager that you can buy. You've probably been to an expo where it's a little electrical pad that you put on, and it helps with, just contracting those muscles to help. Usually it's for pain relief. But so we've been exposed to all of that for many, many years. Now with the suit, essentially you put the suit on, it will contract your muscles at around 10,000 more percentage than you would just doing your typical bicep curl, say. So walking you through a 20-minute workout is equivalent to hours in the gym. So depending on, because we will curate depending on what your needs are. When you come in, there's, someone might say, I have a weight loss goal. Someone might say, I want to optimize my time in this triathlon. And someone might just say, I'm going into my 40s and I want to ensure that I'm able to open the door in my 70s and 80s and just ensure my bone, my bone density, my muscle mass, everything has been preserved.
Please continue, please.
Yeah, sorry. And what really sets EMS apart is that it's low impact nature. It really allows members to activate 90% of your muscle mass without needing the heavy weights. The means basically people can enjoy working out safe and having effective workouts and achieving the same exact benefits as hours in the gym. And so, I truly think EMS is paving the way for fitness, and you can, truly add it on to all of the other things that you enjoy.
One thing that I like about it is the fact that we're incorporating technology into. I feel like that's one of the few things that's been around for so long, fitness and working out and exercise, that hasn't necessarily incorporated technology as much as other things has. So moving on to an electromuscular stimulation suit, if I said that correctly, I think that's a great way for us to kind of look at exercise and working out in the future and what it's going to look like. So I applaud you for that, for even diving deep into that and providing that right here in our area. Now, with that being said, are there any misconceptions about this EMS suit or this EMS workout that you would like to maybe debunk now?
Yeah, I think a common misconception about EMS training is that you can't achieve the same results in just 20 minutes. You think just 20 minutes, I go to the traditional gym for hours, like how is that the same? Another misunderstanding is that EMS training is only for beginners, simply because the sessions are shorter, and educating our members on EMS training is essential. So we highlight that top 10 benefits to introducing first-timers to its advantages. And some of those benefits, like I mentioned, is building those lean, dense muscles, reducing your back pain by, giving your core that workout that it needs, and offering a low impact, joint friendly workout for members.
Right.
And Body 20 is truly for everybody. And so that's another misconception, because it's like, well, that's for someone, because time is the biggest luxury, I think. And so being able to do something in 20 minutes, and that can mean different things to different people. So for a mother that might just be like, I need to fit this in. And when everything happens, the first thing I let go is myself. I will not do that workout, but I will go run around and do all of these things for every member of my family. And then maybe for someone that is very active and enjoys doing hot yoga and Pilates and loves going for long walks or a run, they don't have time to be in the gym 3 times a week doing strength training, as well as all of those things on top of their 9 to 5 or their family obligations. So giving back time, I think, is essential. And again, it's for everybody. Our clients range from stay-at-home parents to older clients with previous injuries to elite athletes.
There we go. There we go. A wide range of demographics, uses, purposes. The main thing that stood out to me that I like the point that you made about our time. It's what we can't get back. And usually a lot of people say, it's not enough hours in a day. If I go to the gym, I got to work out for at least an hour or 2 hours and such and such. But if you can do all of this within 20, 30, even 40 minutes, and it feels like you worked out for 4 hours, just think about the other things you can accomplish with that time that you save by not having to go to the gym. So I think that's a great point. And once again, that just speaks on how technology is helping advance and make things a little bit more easier, convenient, as it should, first and foremost. But with us right here live on The Splash, by the way, franchise owner for Body 20 West Bloomfield, Krupa Patel, talking about the benefits of whole body electro muscle stimulation suits and workouts, and how you can get hours of working out within one 20-minute session. One thing I want to ask you about, let's just be real. For any of our viewers and listeners, can you share, is there any example that you could share with us of success coming from a Body 20 fitness session? Any pure examples of somebody doing that and coming and just transforming and reaching their goals?
Yeah, so there's another franchisee owner in Colorado, and I originally met him last January, and I had no idea. Well, I knew that he was a member at another location in Texas, and he was just retiring, and this was something he wanted to do, and he was a member, and he loved it and raved about it. I just recently saw his before and after picture, and I cannot, I was in disbelief. I also have a college friend, a really good friend of mine that I went to college with. She has 3 kids. She owns her own medical practice, just a lot on her plate. And her husband's also an entrepreneur. So timing is just a big logistical thing in their household. She's always been very fit. She does everything that you're supposed to do by the books. She was very frustrated that I'm still not seeing what I want to see after having her third. And her and I actually did this coaching program, this online coaching program, and she lost about 5 pounds. But she actually looks, I don't even want to say like she did in college, because in my opinion, she looks better than she did in college. I mean, her skin is radiating. She has her 6-pack. She just looks incredible when she's posing in a picture. She's not flexing, and you can just see her muscles in her arm, and it's just this beautiful lean muscle mass. And those are the 2 people that really stand out to me. I know that not just from a physical aspect, I've heard a lot about just what, the EMS training has helped them mentally, because taking off that burden and load of I need to go do X, Y, and Z and be in the gym for so many hours, and being able to check it off in a shorter time really allows a big shift in their, mental load.
No, good point. Great point. And thank you for sharing that example too. Body goals. That's what we all are here for, more importantly. Hey, don't want to hold you up too much longer. Lastly, just give out any last messages for the community, and where can they find and get more information about Body 20 West Bloomfield?
Yes, so we are going to prepare for our pre-sale. honestly, I can sit here and talk for hours until I'm blue in the face about the technology, about the science. This is something that truly either doing an arm demo or doing an actual complimentary session, it is hard to explain until you actually get into the suit and I walk you through, the initial demo that you're like, wow, that was such a short time. It's a 10-minute demo, and you're wondering what's going to happen in 20 minutes and how will I feel and look if I continue to do this for a couple of months.
All right. Yes, I can't wait. Make sure we all support Body 20 West Bloomfield, a new fitness destination for us right here in West Bloomfield, located on Maple and Haggerty. Once again, want to thank you, franchise owner for Body 20 West Bloomfield, Krupa Patel. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
With Greater West Bloomfield being known as a community where most residents are within walking distance of some type of physical activity center, a park, or even a trail, it's great to have another option where you can get some physical fitness going on. For more information, visit their website, body20, the number 20.com for more information. We have more information regarding other things happening in West Bloomfield that you need to be up to date on. We'll talk about that coming up. We are live, local, social. It's The Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Bringing you stories and memories from Keego Harbor, Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
When you have a gambling problem, you have a money problem. Don't let your gambling cause you financial hardship. If you or someone you love is struggling with gambling, we can help. Get free confidential counseling and win your life back. Learn more at michigan.gov/problemgambling.
Hi, I'm Chris Fry, Park Superintendent, West Bloomfield Parks. Congratulations, Civic Center TV, on 1 million views on YouTube. Thank you for all you do in the community, and thank you for having me on The Splash throughout the season to talk about activities out in the parks. Chris Fry, proud to be 1 in a million.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
One scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
When the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
I'm relying on luck, but who knows if it'll be on my side.
When it comes to disasters and emergencies, it's not a matter of if, but when. Take control. 1. Assess your needs. 2. Make a plan. 3. Engage your support network. Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell.
And now, back to The Splash, live.
Live, local, social. It's The Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Thank you for being here. I'm your host, Kevin McIntosh. The West Bloomfield High School recently started a new club. It's the Fire Department Club in partnership of the West Bloomfield Fire Department as well. It's a brand new initiative providing students with hands-on experience in firefighting, I should say, excuse me. But what is the actual point? What do they want students to take away from this? I recently spoke with the fire department's training captain, West Bloomfield Fire Department's training captain, Jeff Lakowski, to tell us a little bit more about what they want students to take away and some of the activities that they engage in. Training captain for the West Bloomfield Fire Department, Mr. Jeff Lakowski. Thanks for being here, sir.
Thanks for having me, Kevin. I hope everything is on your side. And I'm excited to be here today to talk about the new club that we've kind of worked with the high school with to kind of bring the fire service to the students.
Yeah, so let's just get straight into it. Like, how did this come about? How did this partnership and club come about initially?
Yeah, great question. So as you can imagine, a lot of the communities lately are really struggling to try to find first responders starting a career, whether it's police or fire. And last fall, the fire department sat down with the high school, and our thought was to kind of show these students that may not know what they want to do when they leave high school, to kind of show them a career path and an option that may be beneficial to them and something that maybe they never even thought of. So we sat down with them. We kind of created a 6-week program where we have the students come to the fire department once a week for 2 hours. And we kind of give them a little taste of what it is that we do, why we do it, the importance of teamwork, and kind of seeing if this is a passion for them that they may want to continue and look into.
I like this. I like that. And this is something that I encourage other businesses, industries, organizations to reach out to the local schools to do as well, because you just never know. Sometimes in high school, you just never know the options that are available, the things, the occupations that are available. I mean, there's so many different things, and just something that can be sitting in your face, you know, just how much is needed, how much in demand. Like you said, I didn't even know that there was a need for first responders and people in that area. So thank you for providing that. So let's get into some of the important skills that the students take away from this during this program. What would those be?
Yes, so some of the things, so last week was our first week. We had our students, we gave them full set of turnout gear, just so they could kind of feel the weight of the equipment that the firefighters wear. We had them hooking up to fire hydrants, and then connecting the hose to the fire truck, advancing hose line, spraying water. We kind of taught them kind of the basic functions of what is a fire and how we can kind of mitigate that, you know, through the tactics that we have at the fire department. This week, we're going to be talking about our air packs, the SCBA bottles. So we're going to have the students get masked up in the full turnout gear, the SCBAs, and actually look for a victim in a simulated fire. So we'll smoke out a house and kind of teach them how to do search and rescue. Some of the other things that are on the list is we're going to do some ladder training and doing some ladder rescues out of a second-story window.
Oh, wow.
We have a full day of EMS that we're going to provide for them to show them how to take care of people. We have ropes, knots. We're going to bring in a car at the very end and have them cut it up with the jaws of life. And really what we're trying to show them is, you know, if you like working as a team, you have a little bit of grit and you really have a passion and a desire to help people, the fire service is a really good option for anyone kind of looking for something to do with their lives.
That's something that we definitely all have to learn at a young age, how to work with other people. And I don't think people realize the teamwork that's involved when it comes to being a firefighter, especially in these emergency situations. It involves so many different people and so many different roles. So you to kind of put that together, say, hey, like you said, if you like to work with other people, or if you can learn to be a team and you like to kind of be in these type of situations, or we can at least teach you how to respond to them, this could be a great situation and great career for you as well. I'm loving this so far as we're talking about it. But joining me right here live on The Splash Splash, training captain for the West Bloomfield Fire Department, Jeff Lakowski, talking about the West Bloomfield High School Fire Department Club that they're doing with the local high school students and preparing them for potential careers in emergency response or firefighting. I want to talk about the response from the students. How has it been so far? Has it been an overwhelming demand, or just talk about that, please?
Yeah, certainly. So we weren't sure what to expect. This is the first time we've kind of created a club like this. So we kind of went into it not really knowing if they would like it, if we would do a good job, kind of providing this opportunity for them. At the end of the first session, they all seemed to really like it. They had a lot of great things and feedback for us. We actually were able to find one other student that wants to join starting this week, just kind of based on some of the things they were hearing.
Nice.
So I really think at the end of this, our hope is that we can continue this year after year, maybe offer it twice in a school year, and really kind of get some interest. And really, even if they decide not to become firefighters, it kind of give them a little appreciation for what some of the people do out there for our communities and just for each other.
No, and I like that you said that too, because essentially, like you said, even if they don't want to pursue this career, it's a lot that they can still take away from this opportunity in this program. And with that being said, I want you to elaborate a little bit on how you feel the fire department views its role in general in engaging and educating the youth in West Bloomfield.
I think it's really important for the fire service, even the police force as well. One of the major jobs that we do is interacting with the public and ensuring, their safety and things that we can provide for them to give them steps to be safe. Whether it's not talking to strangers or, ensuring your smoke alarms have batteries, escape plans, what to do in a medical emergency, and really just letting our residents know that there is a group of individuals, both police and fire, that are here for them if they ever need anything. And it's just that selfless sacrifice of being there for people on their, unfortunately, the worst days.
Nice. And I love that you all work. We talked about you all visiting the elementary schools and talking to the kids about fires and emergency response. We love to see that, and we will continue to report on that right here on Civic Center TV, Splash Live as well. Let's get back to the program just briefly. Do you see the program growing? What does growth or expansion for the program look like in the future? What do you see for this program?
Yeah, it's a great question, Kevin. So as you know, we do Fire Ops 101 every year. And a lot of times we use that with, with teachers, politicians, things like that, just to kind of give them an idea of what it is that we do. It's a one-day event. Long term, if this program continues to grow, we've talked about doing something similar to that, but more catered towards the juniors and seniors in high school, where they could really dive in to a full day of what it is the firefighters do, and really kind of immerse them in a day. And then on top of that, giving them the resources, working with OCC, Schoolcraft, and other community colleges, of what they could do, the next steps to further their career and possibly become firefighter paramedics.
Perfect. And we're hoping that the students continuously hear the word about this, gain interest, not only in the program, but in the career in firefighting as well. So we appreciate you. If people did want to find out more information about the club, about the program, and things of that nature, or if you had a message for the community, please give that out now.
Yeah, certainly. So either reach out to the high school in West Bloomfield. They can always give us a call at the fire department, or go to the West Bloomfield Township website where they can get more information. And then always, if anyone knows someone or they themselves want to become a firefighter or just have questions, you can reach us at our main number. And anyone here would be more than happy to talk to you. You can come in, we can give you a tour, and really answer any question that you might have.
Perfect. Continuously go out there and see the different available career opportunities right here in West Bloomfield. Once again, joining us on the Splash and thanking him for his time, training captain for West Bloomfield Fire Department, Jeff Lakowski. We appreciate you again, sir.
Thank you, Kevin. And if it works out, we'd love to have you at Fire Ops 101 this year.
And I'm looking forward to joining. Another great opportunity for the youth in our community, and we love to provide that resource and put that out there for everyone to know more about. We'll continuously keep you updated as that club continues in its session. The Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce is hosting the Big Kickoff event, BIG, Business Innovation Generator event. It's designed to support chamber members drive innovation within local businesses. And this is happening this week, Thursday, March 27, at the Cauley Ferrari of Detroit, here in West Bloomfield. And joining us right here live on the Splash to give out more information is the president of the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce, Stacey Renee. Thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure. Always enjoy speaking with you.
And we love to have you here. We know your time is valuable, so we just want to pick your brain briefly about this big event, Business Innovation Generator event happening at the Cauley Ferrari of Detroit, also known as the building with that expensive car in the window. Can you just talk about why it was important for this event to happen right here in our community?
Well, being part of the West Bloomfield community and showcasing the great dealership that they are, and I'm sure a lot of people have not had the experience to actually go into a Ferrari dealership. Mm-hmm. And, you know, what we do for the chamber is bring the community together, showcase all of the wonderful things, and also help educate and see how we can always be better, do better, and help each other out. So what better way than to have the kickoff at the Ferrari dealership?
I know, right? Like you said, a great opportunity for people who never even been inside to go inside and check it out. Now, I do know that RSVP, the period has closed already, but essentially, the people who will be there, who is this event intended for?
This is intended for chamber members because we appreciate what they do and we want to kind of give back and open up hopefully new doors and new innovation ideas for them. Also, other members of the West Bloomfield. And so it is closed. If there's, a way that you're like, I really have to go, then by all means, call the number on there and talk to Suzanne, our executive director, who is the heart and soul of West Bloomfield Chamber. She's been around for quite a long time, and without her expertise, my goodness, chamber wouldn't be as successful as it is. So love to have anyone who might be interested in still joining at the last hour, reach out to Suzanne and just give her a call and find out, hey, can I still come? Because we're going to have a lot of great things there.
Yeah. Or even if they can't come, maybe some of the information and resources could be provided outside of that. Or, like you said, just reach out to Suzanne, and I'm pretty sure she could provide more information. With that being said, the people who are going to be in attendance, what are some of the key takeaways we want them to take away from this event?
They are going to have a fabulous discussion with our keynote speaker, Jeff Cauley, who is the owner and president of Cauley Ferrari dealership in West Bloomfield. So they will hear how he started out, how he made his way through the business, because listen, we all have to start somewhere. Right. We all have to take that leap. And if they could give him some new innovative ideas on how to get things going, how to maybe do business a little bit better and continue to maybe fall forward. And if you don't make mistakes along the way in your business journey, how are you going to grow and find out what works? I always say, hey, try this new path in this business. If it doesn't work, it's okay. Learn from what it did work and what didn't work, and then try the next thing and take all those ideas and move forward.
Yes, I 100% agree with that. With us right here live on the Splash, President of the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce, Stacey Renee, talking about the Big Kickoff event, BIG, Business Innovation Generator event, happening at Cauley Ferrari of Detroit, Thursday, March 27th, 6 to 7:30 p.m. RSVP period has closed, but we're just talking about the details of it. Now, with that being said, are there any specific industries or business sectors that will be discussed at this event?
Yes. So we have a variety of other businesses coming. And like I said, Jeff will be our keynote speaker. We've got some other companies that have sponsored. So if you're also interested in sponsoring one of our events, especially maybe the next kickoff one, we also have our awards to the key township coming up. So if you'd like to be a sponsor to that, we are always looking to invite new businesses in and showcase their business. We have donations that have been given. So of course you can win prizes, and who doesn't like to win? So we just ask that you sign in when you come so we can continue to be a partnership with you, and also just to hear more and do some networking connectivity, because you never know who you're going to meet or where your next idea is going to come, or who you may need to connect with that is your missing link into your business. And our mission with the big is, within the group of the West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce, is to support chamber members and drive innovations throughout the organization. And that's a big part of what we want to do, and to provide ideas and businesses with other businesses that will help them grow. And here's the thing: is many business owners, they don't have the resources to or knowledge to really use their expertise in full. So if we can do that and be a facet to the evening and give some ideas for operating a business, that's what we're about. And to just really provide innovation and new ideas that will help stimulate growth within their business.
Well said. Well said. Looking forward to it.
It's a mouthful.
and once again, just to put it out there, we will have coverage of the event itself right here on CivicCenterTV.com as well. So if you're not able to attend, we will have coverage for you on our platforms as well. Stacey, before we let you go, any additional information you want to let people know, or just go ahead and reiterate the details of the event in general as well?
Absolutely. Would love to get the community involved as much as possible. Get in there. If you've never been into the Ferrari dealership, still call Suzanne. It is this Thursday, March 27th, starting at 6 o'clock. We also have other community members coming in and bringing some of their specialties, like a fabulous charcuterie board with one of our new chamber members. She's going to provide that deliciousness. And we also have some other, again, businesses that are going to be donating. So we have some prizes. You're going to get a great education and knowledge. So hopefully I can see you on Thursday, 6 o'clock at the Ferrari dealership in West Bloomfield.
That's right. Carly Ferrari of Detroit, Orchard Lake Road in West Bloomfield, Thursday, March 27th, 6 to 7:30 p.m. Once again, want to thank you, President of the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce, Stacey Renee. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a beautiful rest of the day.
You too. You too. Once again, bringing that positive energy and mindset right here to Civic Center TV. The Business Innovation Generator event happening at Carly Ferrari of Detroit, Orchard Lake Road in West Bloomfield, Thursday, March 27th. We'll have coverage for you right here on Civic Center TV as well. There is a local business that's offering different services and classes for organizations and businesses to not only have self-defense, but also team building energy as well. Great opportunities for other organizations, people to get together and learn great tactics. So join us right here live on The Splash from True Martial Arts of West Bloomfield. Owner and Chief Instructor Matthew Sikora joining us right here live on The Splash. Thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No, we appreciate your time first and foremost. Now, I just want to pick your brain about some of these new classes and things that you're offering, because West Bloomfield being considered one of these safe communities, especially in Michigan in general, how does True Martial Arts West Bloomfield complement the local lifestyle of our residents?
That's a great question. I'm glad you mentioned it, because that's exactly where I was headed. You know, we're very lucky to live in West Bloomfield. We're very lucky to live in such a safe community with great policing. And, you know, I think many of our students that come to us with this mindset of, you know, before they start their training of like, I don't know that I really need to learn self-defense. I don't know. I mean, I live in a safe community. Nothing bad is ever going to happen to me. And we like to stress the point when students come in that nobody wakes up that day feeling like, as they get dressed and get ready for work or to take their kids to school, that today is going to be the day where I'm going to have to defend myself, or I'm going to find myself in a dangerous situation. So we try our very best to make sure that, you know, that we're preparing our students for for those situations and hoping that they never have to use the skills that we're teaching them.
Absolutely. I always say it's better to have and not need than to need and not have. I'll take that route every single day. So having those skills and not needing them, I'd rather be in that situation all the time. So we're also highlighting your classes for adults, self-defense classes and groups and things like that. Can you explain how your self-defense classes are tailored for adults and these business groups?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a well-rounded martial arts program at our 2 locations. We have one in West Bloomfield in the Orchard Mall and another in Birmingham, where we have great programs for adults. We have Krav Maga classes, which is an Israeli martial art. We have karate classes, like full contact karate classes. We have Brazilian jiu-jitsu classes, kickboxing. So we have a wide range of different disciplines that we offer at our locations. But I'm glad that you mentioned the groups, because we've been doing a lot of self-defense training for different corporations, nonprofits, and different youth groups, adult groups. So we're very accustomed to coming into different workplaces and providing these different types of trainings. We find that it's a really good way to do some team building, to invest in employees, because, you know, this age that we live in, you know, there's workplace violence, there's different things. And what a better way to invest in your team than to try to help prepare them with confidence that they could handle themselves in a situation. Hopefully they never have to.
Yeah, no, good point. Good point. Great addition, too. And with me right here live on The Splash from True Martial Arts West Bloomfield, located at the Orchard Mall, owner and chief instructor Matthew Sikora, talking about their group classes, their adult classes that they offer, and how it actually creates synergy within groups. Now, with that being said, I want you to touch on that part. So we talked about, offering the classes and how, you know, it brings groups together. But can you actually speak to it, to what, in your experience, how you feel like martial arts can create this improved workplace dynamic? Like, I would see martial arts as a one-on-one type thing. How does that work?
Yeah, that's a great question. An improved workplace dynamic. I'll just go by what the testimonials of a lot of the organizations that we've worked with have said to us, which is, oh, I'm so glad that you came in, because this is such a different type of thing for us to do together. And I found that it was really a great way to get everybody on the team involved, right? So like, we try to craft our presentations to fit everybody. You know, sometimes we'll get a guy who's 6'5" and works out every day, and we have, next to him a lady who hasn't worked out in 20 years, spends a lot of time at the desk. So we try to craft these presentations in a way that everybody, it's palatable for everybody. Everybody can participate and take something away from it. And it gets people up and moving and working together. And a lot of the things that we do are hands-on. So it kind of breaks down those barriers of, when you have 2 of your colleagues working together and problem solving, it really can be a lot of fun.
Oh, and as I think about it, as a kid, I was so fascinated with the karate movies and things like that. Then I eventually grew out of it. Now I'm just thinking about the opportunity to get back in there as an adult, learn some self-defense, do it with some coworkers, people that you don't usually get out and do fun stuff with. I can start to see, as you're mentioning it, I can start to see how it all comes together. So sounds like a great opportunity. We don't want to hold you up too much longer. Do you want to talk about any future plans for True Martial Arts West Bloomfield classes or anything that you offer?
Right now, we're offering a 2-week trial. So if you check out our website, true-ma.com, you can get involved with the different programs that we offer. We have a 2-week trial. Like I said, you can come in for unlimited classes for a couple of weeks, try out the different disciplines of martial arts that we offer. Is a great way to get exposed to what it is that we do and what martial arts are. Or if you're interested in our corporate self-defense programs, or interested in bringing an instructor in to work with your group, you can shoot us an email, or our phone number is on our website. And we'd love to work with any people in the community that would be interested in learning.
Oh, man, sounds like a great time regardless. Please give them a try, give them a call, and try out those classes as well. Once again, we appreciate all of your information and your time from the True Martial Arts West Bloomfield location at Orchard Mall, owner and chief instructor Matthew Sikora. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Great time right there, man. The kid inside of me is already excited, talking about martial arts and karate and different MMA and things like that. So you want to find out more, you can visit their website as well, TRUE-MA.com for more information regarding that. There will be a special presentation at the West Bloomfield Township Main Library Meeting Room. This will happen Wednesday, March 27th at 7 p.m. It's the Greater West Bloomfield's connection to the Underground Railroad. It'll be highlighting Oakland County's role in the Underground Railroad with additional focus on direct connections to the path to freedom that specifically passed through Greater West Bloomfield. So to break this down a little bit more, join us live on The Splash, historian from Oakland County Parks. We have Carol Egbo. Am I saying that correct? Egbo. Thank you so much for joining us, Carol. We appreciate that. Now, I just want to talk about this presentation in general. So first and foremost, what drew your personal interest to this history from Greater West Bloomfield to the Underground Railroad?
Well, I, like many of us, have always had an interest in the Underground Railroad. But then as I had the opportunity to pick some research topics, I realized I could focus on the Underground Railroad and specifically on Oakland County. And my own community of Pontiac was where I began, and then began to discover all these little tentacles that were connected, like West Bloomfield.
Oh, okay. So this seems like a very, very interesting presentation overall. Now, what do you want people who attend and who see this presentation to take away from it?
I think the importance of the Underground Railroad and the fact that it's all of our history. We're all a part of the history of the Underground Railroad. My own research concentrates on the freedom seekers themselves. Not that the abolitionists weren't important, but as I looked at what other historians were doing, particularly some 20 years ago, everything was on the abolitionist side. My interest was, what about the people who had the courage to try to utilize the Underground Railroad? So I've kind of focused on that. In that way, you still have to deal with the abolitionists, but it's kind of a little shift in perspective.
Okay, so I want to pick your brain on an aspect of this, right? The research aspect of it, because that's an important part of it. Going through certain channels, talking to certain people, and getting reliable information from credible sources. Can you just go into a little bit some of your research methods that you that has been proven effective for you, I should say?
Okay, one of the things is to start with what Henry Louis Gates says, the mythology of the Underground Railroad. A lot of stuff has been made up. So first of all, I sort through what I think is credible, and then I go looking for evidence. And the lucky thing now is the internet is beginning to offer more and more records that can help in that research. With a freedom seeker, I often look at newspapers from the 1890s, believe it or not. What I found, some of these people who were freedom seekers who made it to a place like Pontiac are quiet about that their whole life. Then 1890, they're in their 70s or their 80s, and they have this need to tell their story. So 3 of the people I've done extensive research on told me that story in a newspaper article, gave me enough information that I could track them to the plantation they were actually enslaved on, which to me is the critical part of the story. What was their life like? Then the journey. Can I find how they came through Ohio? Where did they stop? Who helped them? So those ideas, going through old census records. I literally went through for Oakland County, the 1860 census, and found all the African Americans. Then I looked at where were they from? Kentucky, Virginia, born in the 1830s. That tells me they were likely enslaved.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm kind of going through this. I'm like, it makes sense, the process that you take, going through the official census, going through the numbers and dating and connecting dates. It makes sense. And I love how you explained that and broke that down. With us right here live on The Splash, historian from Oakland County Parks, Carol Egbo, just talking about the connection between Greater West Bloomfield and the Underground Railroad. With the presentation that'll be at the West Bloomfield Township Main Library Meeting Room, Wednesday, March 26, 7 p.m. also. Now, like you just broke down so many different things, and I love how this is coming together and how you're explaining this. With you being from Oakland County Parks, can you explain how, if any local parks or natural spaces play in preserving some of the history in Oakland County?
My actual starting point was Catalpa Oaks in Southfield. I was researching the farmers who once owned that land. What I found out, they all belonged to the Presbyterian Reformed Church, which was actively involved in the Underground Railroad. Right now, that congregation is one of the few things we can have documentary evidence for. We know that that congregation was involved. So here I'm researching a park, which was farms, and these farmers were assisting freedom seekers coming through Southfield to Detroit. So then I said, okay, I can find more. And that began my journey to try and find other people who were connected.
Interesting. I love the fact that, like you said, you are using these natural spaces, local parks, putting things together, but just using local resources and partnerships in general. With that being said, can you speak on how the connection and the partnership with the West Bloomfield Township Public Library has also enhanced your work and presentation?
Well, as I moved and looked at West Bloomfield, and found a couple people here. I connected with Neil Hepburn, who's like a local historian for you folks there. And then together we said, wait a minute, we've got some puzzle pieces here. And that made me rethink West Bloomfield that honestly I hadn't given a lot of thought to. Then I realized, wait, it's sitting right next to Pontiac. Yeah. Then I began to hear these names. William Marathu might have been involved. William Gilmore might have been involved. Then I find an African-American soldier, Civil War soldier, who enlists in his regiment, and he's living in West Bloomfield in 1863. Then I say, I've got a story here. Yeah. And now I'll reach out to people like Gina Gregory and to Neil and to others because they know their history best. And now I'll come in with outside eyes and say, okay, help me know who these people are. Right. Because we're going to find a story here.
Oh, I love that. I'm just loving how you're putting the pieces together just as you're explaining it. And you're, like you say, using your resources, other local historians, just to bring it all together. We love that. Before we let you go, you want to give out any other details? Just give out the details and why people should come check out this presentation at the West Bloomfield Library.
Yeah, what I'm going to talk about is if we take the abolitionists, how do we find them? Keeping in mind the Underground Railroad was secret and illegal. No paper trail. So how do you find? I'm going to give some clues how you take someone and look at what church they belong to, political affiliation, who were their friends, who did they hang out with. Then I'm going to shift to freedom seekers. How do you find a freedom seeker? Place of birth is one thing, their family connections. So I'll kind of have two different chunks, and then at the end, I'll tell the story of the Parker family, which were freedom seekers from Virginia. And Henry Parker left behind an 8-page autobiography that was the clue to me totally finding information on this family.
Ooh, nice.
And they had a West Bloomfield connection. When they come from Virginia through Ohio, they end up on the William German farm, whose farm was partway between West Bloomfield and Farmington.
Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to hear that entire story and for you to put it together and paint that picture for our community. We want to thank you again for all of your work and for joining us. Once again, historian from Oakland County Parks, Carol Egbo. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
A delight, a treat. Once again, special presentation at the West Bloomfield Township Public Library Main Branch Meeting Room, Wednesday, March 26th at 7 p.m. It'll be a great event for you to find out about our great Greater West Bloomfield local history to the Underground Railroad. A lot of information right here on the show today, and we hope that you've enjoyed it. You can keep up with everything directly on our social media. We are on Facebook at Civic Center TV 15, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, also known as X, at Civic Center TV as well. I've been your host, Kevin McIntosh. We are live, local, social. It's the Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM.